Hey, thank you for being willing to take part in these video interviews.
Thank you for inviting us.
It's about, it gives an opportunity for increased profile raising in the town. Now, for the purpose of the video, would you please tell us your name and the name of your organisation?
My name is Alice Carter, and the organisation I work with is Seaford Contemporary Illustrators and Printmakers, but we just call ourselves SCIP because it's much easier.
I can see why you want to call yourself SCIP on that basis. It is fully explanatory. Now, can you please briefly describe the work of your group of SCIP?
So our group was initially set up because we wanted to run some events and exhibitions which younger families would be involved in Seaford. We'd moved over from Brighton, we were a group of mums, and we recognised there wasn't a great deal culturally to do with our kids. So we launched our first exhibition back in 2017, which was the book show. And we made a pledge right there and then that our events would always be free and that we'd run workshops so that kids could get involved, and we would be showcasing the best in contemporary illustration and printmaking. And from there, we've grown and we've built and we've become more and more dedicated to doing more in Seaford. And we've noticed this enormous need for more arts and creative opportunities for older children as well. So we're changing our remit over the next year and building and developing more creative opportunities for older children through our activities and our projects as well. So it's quite an exciting time for us because we've used the pandemic to kind of evolve and change this sort of down period. So that's what we do. That makes sense. You
talked a bit about how SCIP came into Seaford, but Alice, can you tell us a bit more about why you as an individual became involved with this kind of work or with SCIP?
Yeah, well, it was a cup of tea between me and my colleague Josie, and that's how it started, was the two of us going, we need to do something. We want change to happen in Seaford, and we're the only ones that are going to make it happen. So that's how I became involved. And I've got a history of event management, and I've also run my own art gallery for 10 years. So I've got a wealth of experience in setting up exhibitions and working with artists. So, and Josie has been an illustrator, representative and agent, and she's also an illustrator herself. So it was a really good fit, and it was it made sense as like a natural step for us to come together and make these events happen. So that's how I got involved. It was a cup of tea and a bourbon biscuit.
Well, and a bourbon biscuit, yeah. Do you have an actual base in Seaford? And how many volunteers, how many staff, how many colleagues are involved with this?
Oh, lots of questions at once. So no base yet. We have a 3-year plan at the moment for developing and growing SCIP, and we're hoping in year 4 we can start looking for a permanent space in Seaford. What we would like to create is a contemporary exhibition and workshop space, which is open all the time, has open access workshops for all different age groups, and really, really ambitious and unique contemporary arts exhibitions running all year round. That's the dream. So we're building to that. So at the moment we work from lots of different venues. Our most exciting venue we've used was we opened the South Hill Barn back in 2019. So we were the first people to ever use it, which was so exciting. It was a hell of a job. It took about a year to actually pull that event off and work out how we were going to do it. We've also exhibited at Crypt. And next year, I can't say too much because it's still secret for next year. But our venue for next year is the whole of Seaford Beach. So it's very exciting. But I can't say too much. We've got a little pool of volunteers at the moment, which we're hoping to grow over the next year. We're going to need lots of volunteers over the next couple of years. They tend to come from a creative background. So they've been instrumental in helping us run all our free children's workshops. And helping run around and drive things around. They're an amazing group of volunteers, but we're actually building a whole new load of job descriptions at the moment for ways volunteers can help us build the arts in Seaford and growing out of Sussex as well. So that's exciting. It's senior management team is myself and Josie Swan, and we also have an administrative coordinator who works with us, Sophie, who's absolutely brilliant. And we're actually registering as a CIO this year, which is very exciting.
For the people listening, could you say what CIO stands for?
Yeah, so a CIO, it's a registered charity, basically. So we'll have that magic number.
Community interest organisation. Yes?
It's, yes, yeah.
Right.
So we will be able to access trusts and funds and more pockets of money to help develop us, which is very exciting. So we also have 3 trustees now as well, which is really cool. And we'll be recruiting for a new chairman this year as one of our board of trustees.
Okay. Tell me again, how long ago did this group move into Seaford? When was it established here?
So we established in 2017. And our first event was March 2018.
Now, I realise because of the nature of your work, it might be difficult to answer the next question, but how many service users, beneficiaries, viewers do you have for your work?
It's very difficult, very difficult. So if we go back to the Green Show, we had 3,500 visitors to that exhibition over 10 days.
Yeah, yeah.
So that included people using our workshop experiences, talks as well. So that gives you an idea of our visitor numbers. But we have quite a good social networking position as well. So during the lockdowns, we worked with Seaford Town Council actually on producing lots of digital activities to do with Sussex Day and VE Day. And we also did our own My SCIP projects, which were craft projects that people could do at home with their kids. So it was all free resources that we launched through the social media. Yeah. So from that, we have a couple of thousand followers, but we get an enormous amount of impressions as well. So there's about 12,000 a year that we get through online connections as well. So it's growing every year, which is really exciting. Yeah. And the show we're doing next year has a huge engagement program involving it. So we're hoping to access between 20 and 30,000 beneficiaries all the way across southeast Sussex.
That would be a lot of people. Good. Now, is there anything else you'd like to tell the people who will be viewing this video? Something you'd like to say that you don't think I'm going to ask a question about? So anything else you want to say that you want to volunteer for, or? Have to.
Anything else about SCIP?
About SCIP, yes. Yeah. That wasn't the meaning of life question. Yeah.
That could have been a really big question.
Anything else you'd like to say about SCIP that is important?
I suppose the big question people always ask is, when will we do our next exhibition? When will we have an exhibition space that's permanently here in Seaford? And the answer to that is our next actual exhibition will be May 2022. As I said, I can't quite say anything about it yet because there's lots of things hanging in the balance, but we're hoping to be able to tell everyone about that by September, what we've got planned, what we've got up our sleeves. And we're working really hard to build a network of corporate funders to help us pull that off, as well as the trust. So there'll be lots of knocking at people's doors soon.
Okay, and a bit more along that line, what are your most urgent needs at this time in terms of people, money, space?
Finances, definitely, because we've not been able to do much in the way of events, obviously, because of the pandemic. The coffers are very low, and with these big projects planned, finances are a big thing. We will be launching a corporate fundraising campaign, but also a community campaign as well soon. So if anyone wants to support whatever they can afford, we will gratefully receive it. So that will all go on our social media really soon when we launch the exhibition projects. Volunteers are really important at the moment. So if there's anyone out there who's interested in getting involved in creative projects, helping run workshops, or even if it's not a creative skill, but you want to be involved in a project like ours, we'd love to hear from people. We need people from all different backgrounds to help us at the moment as we grow. So volunteers and money.
Right, that's a good succinct summary. Coming to our last question, there's going to be a fundraising event organised by 5 of the town service organisations on the Martello Fields on the 5th of September called Support Our Seaford Charities. Do you think SCIP might be able to have a stall there?
We're really hoping to, and we're working out how we can make that happen. So fingers crossed we should be there. Yes, it'd be a pleasure. Thank you for inviting us.
Because these are free of charge pitches, and on the basis of whatever you raise on the day you keep, and clearly it's profile raising as well as it's fundraising.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a great opportunity. Thank you.
So Alice, thank you for your time today. Thank you for joining in this video.
My pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
And we'll let you know when this is going to be posted to the Mayor's Facebook. So
Great.
thank you.
Thank you.